Hi, I'm Alex. Here's a riddle for you. What can you own but never hold? Let me show you. Welcome to cyberspace, home to a lot of the things that we use in our daily lives. Games, videos, and so much of our data. But also, here it is, crypto assets. You've probably heard of a few, maybe Bitcoin, Ether, or others. So what am I driving at here? After the global financial crisis, trust in banks was at an all-time low. Crypto assets were created as an alternative way to make payments, democratizing and decentralizing finance. Basically taking power away from banks and putting it in the hands of the people. The idea was that they were going to fundamentally change the world of finance with their decentralized ledger technology, the blockchain. So, what's the catch? Without backing assets or central authority, crypto assets seem to be really volatile. That's great if you want to gamble, not so great if you want to pay for something. Because how can you really pay for something with an asset that isn't a stable store of value? Enter the stablecoin, a crypto asset built on the blockchain, but usually with a centralized issuer. While the value of crypto assets like Bitcoin is determined by supply and demand, stablecoins aim to have value by being pegged to another asset in one of two ways. The first is by backing the stablecoin with another asset, like the dollar, the euro, or even a commodity like gold. In theory, keeping a one-to-one parity. But wait a minute, doesn't this go against the founding premise of crypto? Maybe, but it also allows users to stay in the crypto universe without all the volatility. The second way stablecoins try to maintain value is through an algorithm, a formula that automatically raises and lowers the total number of a given asset in response to supply and demand to keep the price at or near par. One danger with stablecoins is market shocks. If prices begin to fall too quickly, or users lose faith in the ability of the stablecoin to keep its desired pace, everyone could try to sell their stablecoins all at once, dropping their value almost overnight. There are a few famous examples of stablecoins that have crashed over the years. Some people lost all their savings after relying on something they believed had a fixed value. So, is this the end of the stablecoin story? We can't really be sure. Some still see the promise. They think that stablecoins have the potential to increase access to financial services and become a viable payment method. But for that to happen, there needs to be regulation to prevent fraud and crashes and to protect users from abuse. Before imposing regulation, authorities will look at how people are actually using stablecoins, whether it's for payments or something else. Some authorities are looking to regulate the bigger stablecoins the way they do banks and other traditional financial institutions. Now, here's the real riddle. If these stablecoins are regulated like banks, don't they end up becoming the banks that crypto assets were meant to replace?
Hi everybody, I'm Brad Garlinghouse, and I wanted to give you guys some color on a pretty cool event we did here in Palo Alto last Thursday. We invited a bunch of media in from across really the tech industry, as well as some key partners, to talk about what a different company AOL is today. And instead of doing the standard kind of walking people through a PowerPoint deck, we decided to tell our story on whiteboards. And so I thought I'd show you some of the cool stuff the team did. One of the things we started by doing is talking about how different AOL today is as a company. And one of the best kind of tangible examples of that is how our brand has changed, how the logo of the company has changed. And so some of the designers here in Palo Alto built a mural just with various funny items, what's going on, kind of inside jokes occasionally, and then we obviously put the AOL brand on top of it. But we use this as kind of a metaphor in talking with the press and partners about how different AOL is and how much the brand has changed. The brand also has huge brand recognition. And so we talked about how we are investing in the brand. And one of the key things, and we did the kind of White House, we're walking. One of the things we did to talk about that is how the brand of any company is really at the heart, and it's a reflection of the products they build. And the products you build are a reflection of the people that you employ. And we know that great was spelled wrong. And really, great people are a reflection of a great culture. And so we talked about how we've thought about as a company investing in building a better culture, investing in our people, and that ends up building better products, and that'll reflect over the brand. That takes time, obviously, but it's something we're starting to see more and more of the pixels we launch as a company that are more a reflection of the new AOL, no matter what your tenure here has been, really a new reflection of where we're going as a company. So we used the balance of this. We talked about how other turnarounds in the Valley have happened. We used Apple as an example, and certainly it is a profound example. This is the cover story of Business Week in February of 1996, and how dramatically Apple had turned around really by focusing on building better products. I was a Mac user of a PowerBook 5300C in 1995. It's one of the ones that actually was catching on fire. And so it was near and dear to my heart to see the change that's gone to Apple. They're building bad products, and their brand reflected that. And I think you're starting to see AOL ship a lot of great products, and I think our brand will catch up with that as we go. We continued down our tour and showed people a little bit of what we've done here in Palo Alto to create a much more open environment. No offices, low cube walls, that has created, I think, a lot of collaboration. We showed them some of the stuff. We're hosting a lot of Stanford students here, and just showed them some of the environment that we're doing, that we've made here, that I think also contributes to a much more collaborative and hopefully innovative environment. We then walked them through kind of an interesting thing, a timeline of what has happened in the Applications and Commerce group since we split from Time Warner back in December of 2009, and it kind of walked them through some major events as we went. Obviously, a big thing that happened in this group is we sold ICQ, created a lot of cash in the balance sheet we were very obviously able to use for other things. We launched some apps with the iPad, a couple of key hires. And we also talked about how we're already starting to see some of the core product improvements reflect improvements in metrics. So not just sizzle, but also the steak. So one of the things that some of you are aware, we've done a couple of iterations in launching im.aol.com, our smartphone portal. And we've seen traffic to the smartphone portal increase by over 100%, 110% in the past 10 months. So I think, again, it's just kind of proof that if you build better products, you'll see kind of that the consumers react to that. So we then talked about kind of some major changes, moving into the Palo Alto office, the Thing Labs, Brisley joining the team here, our work on Phoenix, which continues to be in kind of alpha/beta, and we then talking about the About.me evolution with additions, and I'll skip some of this just to keep this short, but we concluded by really talking about and giving them lots of real examples here. Mati Shankar, who the VP of Consumer Experience, talked through really tangible examples of the changes to mail, the changes to the homepage, changes to registration, movie phone, and how we really are seeing the better products yield better engagement. And at the end, we kind of broke up in different groups and had each of the product leaders show some of the media, some of the stuff we're working on, and got really great feedback. You can see some of the links to the various stories as part underneath this video, and you can check them out. But anyway, wanted to share that with you. I think a creative way to show and share the story of what AOL's been up to, and wanted to share it with all of you also. Thanks a lot.
What's up, guys? It is Monday, December 26th. It's 6:47 p.m. and this is the Crypto Deep Dive. We're going to cover Bearable Guy. So this will be the last video of the week. As I mentioned before, we have the Christmas special. It is ending, and we're locking down any new signups for the Stargate Discord and the website because you guys shut it down. I mean, so many people signed up that we have to shut everything down for a week and kind of rewire our back end to make sure that we are all ready and set to go for January 1st. So if you haven't already bit the bullet and got the discount, now's your time to do it, because January 1st, all three of these are going to be gone and we're only having the higher packages. Also, if you haven't already, go get yourself the Crypto Masterclass Accelerator. It's free right on the website, stargate-ventures.com. Free Crypto Masterclass Accelerator covering where we're at in the past to how we got to this moment in present time, where then how that's leading us into the future and what the future is going to look like. So get your free Crypto Masterclass Accelerator. The link will be in the bio to get it. Come to the website, click this button, a little bit of info, and boom, instant access to the accelerator, as well as the link will be in the bio to join the Discord. Once you get into the Discord, go to the Launchpad, say what up, say you're ready, and then click one of these C plans, and then it'll bring you to here. And if you still see the Christmas special discount, it's still available. But if you don't see it, it's locked up. So get yourself that free accelerator and claim your special discount. It's the cheapest will ever be. So diving in to the Bearable Guy deep dive. For people that are new to the XRP community, there's been a bunch of like riddlers or kind of insiders, conspiracies ever since like 2018. It stretches back that far. It's almost been like 5 years now. But it's all interesting stuff as far as just sharing stuff through riddles and through like pictures with kind of codes inside the pictures. I don't know if anybody's seen the Cicada 3301, I believe it's called. So yeah, so if you haven't already seen Cicada 3301, I think there's like a Netflix thing on it, or if you go on Amazon Prime, you should watch this. So Cicada 3301, I tried the hardest puzzle on the internet and failed spectacularly. So it's like this group with an anonymous messages, trying to find people to crack the codes or like riddles that they put out, and ultimately they're trying to kind of recruit people. So it's very mysterious but very interesting at the same time. So I suggest you watch Cicada 3301 because this will give you a good kind of insight into what this is all about. So as you already seen, what are stablecoins? And if you haven't already seen it, it's just crazy how these high level institutions, it's like they're on the same page. They talk through symbolism, through riddles, through coded messages. And if we play this first part, like,
hi, I'm Alex. Here's a riddle for you.
Right off the gate, here's a riddle for you, and right at the end.
Traditional financial institutions. Now, here's the real riddle. If these stable coins are like...
So it's like they're on board with it. It's truly nuts. And then Bearable Guy's been posting since like March of 2018, and it started off like just with this picture. This picture was like the start of it all. And then if you go through all of his tweets, Bearable Guy 123, you can see the timeline, how things panned out. So I'm not going to go through it all, but there's been 3 kind of main kind of blog posts that he's put out, and it's called Lodestar 1, Lodestar 2, Lodestar 3. So we're going to go through those today. And it's usually they get put out around Christmas time. But if you haven't already, I mean, I'm sure everybody has seen Get Ready for a World Currency, the Phoenix, January 9th, 1988, The Economist magazine actually did a video on this. I'll put it in the link in the bio too. You guys got to see this. It's called Ripple XRP, the Phoenix World Currency. The signs are there. I'll put the link in the bio to watch that video and then you'll get a good idea as to how like the symbolism and all these coded kind of messages work, and what kind of the coded messages in that magazine were, and the connections there. Because with this, so Brad Garlinghouse explained AOL Media Day whiteboard presentation 11 years ago when he wasn't even at Ripple, he was at AOL. And it's just funny how you see the bear, you see the Phoenix, and now you have Ripple coming to light, he's the CEO, and then you see there's this Riddler, Bearable Guy, the bear, and then also with the Phoenix for the magazine cover. It's just crazy how life works. So we're going to dive into, because he had posted another kind of clue, let's just say, December 24th at 12 a.m. So a couple days ago. And it's like it's the next iteration of, I think the last one he put out was this one, or we'll have to see. But let us see through the Lodestar what he's talking about. So this is kind of the first thing he had put March 19, 2021. Beware of imposters and anyone who claims to be friends with the bear that the bear has never liked, tweeted, followed, or communicated with on Twitter. Bearable Guy 123 is only one bear, not two, not three. The bear only posts on Twitter and Ripple D. The bear does not publish NFTs on any platform, own a webpage called Bearable Guy 123, nor posts on YouTube, with the only exception being a humorous breadcrumb video once in a while. There we go. So I tried to pull up Lodestar 1 and it doesn't exist anymore. I don't know if anybody else has seen it, but if you have, definitely send it through into the comments. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for instant updates. We're putting out a lot of videos. But let's dive into Lodestar 2. So this was 4 years ago. Hello, friends. Did this week give you the opportunity to step back and appreciate the bigger picture when it comes to what Ripple has been doing? A couple of Christmases ago, I told you that some great things were coming. Can you hear me now when I say that there are plans within plans within plans? It's been a tough journey on a wintry road at times, but the seeds that Ripple has been planting for years have sprouted, grown, and are starting to bear very colorful fruit. That's funny you said that too, because if you go to his profile picture or the header, before this would, there was like a couple more snowballs here, but recently it's been updated and you can see that the snow is melting and there's stuff growing from the ground. The seeds have been planted and they're starting to sprout. Let's keep going on that. So MoneyGram working with Walmart wasn't a convenient coincidence. It was purposely set up as a proving ground to test Ripple's tech. The rumors were flying, but Brad kept that ace up his sleeve and kept it close. On the 24th of January 2019, So It Begins was posted with the intention of highlighting the talks and rumblings going around the BIS and the upcoming meeting that would spell it all out for the world to see. Three mountains with messages couldn't have been more blatant. As foretold in May of 2018, the die had been cast as soon as Genador or Ripple stepped into the river. The BIS meeting on May 14, 2019 was the day that Ripple crossed the Rubicon. The old kingdom was begrudgingly facing the fact that they had to change. The king, who is not AC, was in the room that day and was quite perturbed. Help was needed, and when all eyes turned to Lagarde walking in with Brown in her arm like a prom date, Mazzari was kicked out of the chamber. How could everyone forget about that meeting so easily? The memories of the denizens of the internet is so fleeting at times. People are always asking me for answers. I can't give them so readily. I can only share some clues and breadcrumbs. Patience, my friends, patience. If I gave you all the answers, where's the fun in learning and all that? Instead of answers, let's try some questions instead. Who finally gave the okay to have a serious discussion in regards to crypto assets and its future with central banks around the world? What news could have been running around BIS channels that would have the old kingdom so shaken? When will the central banks finally decide to do what they have to do in order to not be outdone by a multinational corporation that wishes to establish their own cryptocurrency that would circumvent the traditional towers of power? Where were Swift solutions and presentation at the BIS? Why was Brad Garlinghouse sitting at that table? What happened after the meeting with the BIS on the 14th of May, exactly 1 month and 1 to 3 days later, on the 17th of June, that had banks and institutions scrambling to talk to Ripple? 1, 2, and 3 is quite fascinating. A lot of my clues center around 1, 2, and 3s. Some clues are never solved, and that drives the bear crazy at times. Some big ones have been missed. I tried to make them much easier since coming back in December, but still some are too difficult. 1, 2, and 3 must be some form of cosmic number. Perhaps it has something to do with the bear going to the moon. God bless you all, my friends. I receive so many messages and well wishes. I read them all. Remember, negative people will always try to tear you down and give you bad advice about things they know nothing about. Do your own research. Read from different sources and keep your eyes open. Dig and don't let your guard down. There are many imposters and tricksters gleefully waiting for you to dump all your XRP when weak hands develop. I am one bear, not two nor three. The bear doesn't work with anyone except the bear. He will share what he can when he sees fit. Bearable Guy 123 only posts on Reddit and on Twitter. Here's to all you good folk out there striving for a better life. May good things continue to happen for us all. I hope you all are as happy as I am to bear witness to this great paradigm shift in the world of finance that XRP is in the middle of. The cryptosphere is still shaking to this day, and as you can evidently see, Ripple is the cause, and because of that, you should be ready. And you can even see that like some of the letters in here are just like kind of italic and like smaller, so there's codes in here. And I'm not going to be here to claim that I can understand all of it and read into that, but for anybody that is able to, I would love to see what their kind of deep dive is on this. So let's keep going, because Lodestar 3 was 3 years ago. Hello again, my great friends all over the world. How's everyone feeling today? This is for entertainment purposes only. You are responsible for your own investment decisions. Please consult with a registered investment advisor before making any investment decisions. Bearable Guy 123 is a cartoon bear with a funny hat and not an investment advisor. Ripple XRP and its supporters are in a most inviolable position to the dismay of everyone who cannot understand the providence has decreed that XRP will be the crypto asset that will fuel the financial engine of this planet. What an incredible time to be alive. How fortunate we are to see this great unfolding and unraveling of a monetary system that has imprisoned countless people for eons with chains of debt, doubt, and despair. Ripple is the antithesis of this. XRP is the chance that people all over the world have been looking for to set things right. Recently, as we all saw play out in front of our eyes, Lagarde, who was the head of the IMF after ending her night at the prom with a bang, went on and graduated to a position that would give her even more access to drill into the cerebros of the ECB, who hold the keys of a large part of the financial world. The fact that the one crypto asset that cannot be named will be the catalyst that will drive the grand reformation. The king was seen sweating, so much that his crown kept slipping and his disheveled cohorts were begging for a sweet relief from the torturing knowledge that they would soon be rendered impotent. Although he keeps trying to gain back that which he was lost, it isn't working. A new crypto asset was being backed by the country with the largest economy in the world, and there was no stopping it. It was a coin backed by a corporation, but the shame of such a thing hovering and staining their faces like a patent of incompetence was too much. They needed a tested, tried, and true crypto asset that was supported and backed by the USA, the UK, and other countries. Many a time, and to this day, out of fear, some will prevaricate when discussing XRP, but fear not, for the fear is our advantage. As the pieces continue to fall and fit in place, the plans that have been talked about for decades continue to evolve and strengthen with every interlocking piece. Many other coins and their backers continue down that false road of hope where nothing happens. Regulations will still be a wrench, and they are still being thrown freely by the king and the powers that be, along with all their sock dollagazing. But Ripple is always 589 steps ahead. The ineluctable Ripple is not alone, and be certain that they have some big guns behind them. Regulations are something that are being dealt with, but be confident that Ripple, their allies, and that beautiful XRP is ready. Why else would Ripple have an office in DC, the front line, mind you, where they are shoulder to shoulder with Congress and embassies, seats of governments, and the president? Why else would the BIS hire Courier? The bear tends to get a lot of questions regarding words and phrases that are spotted out in the wild. Yes, the powers that be, old money, and others have been using words and phrases as cues for ages, beyond imagination, to enact plans within plans. If you keep your eyes open, you can see how it all fits. As they are left to their own devices whilst abandoning the common man to dwell in poverty, they soak up the wealth that comes off the backs of their proles. The few that are privy to this seldom speak out, and even less dare to share. The world is changing, my friends. The people utilizing the power of the internet are finally able to communicate with each other, and together they are rejecting the shackles that the PTB have tried to place upon the masses. Many shall not be controlled like it has been by unseen hands in the dark rooms, for XRP is the spark plug that ignites the engine of a bulldozer of change that will ram right through their walls of stagnation. These walls will come down. The mollycoddling of the world's financial engine has come to an end with the advent of blockchain technology, but they won't accept a loose cannon that cannot be watched and verified. That is why XRP is so beloved and looked upon as the standard that has no rival. The plans that Ripple has for XRP are moving faster and faster, and I know you all see it. It's a shame that so many people don't even know what is happening. We are at the forefront of a new age. And when the bear looks up at the beautiful golden sun and blue skies, he thanks God for this opportunity for people worldwide to take advantage of this chance to buy XRP. May God bless you all, my friends. I wish you all an incredible, wonderful Christmas and a fantastic new year. So that is Lodestar 3. Then you had this new post by him. Let me go to it, which is right here. So it's like all the characters are now coming into one picture here. You had the Merry Christmas right here, and I haven't even looked into any of the potential kind of clues and stuff that's been spotted in here, but you can see that there's been stuff taken from each kind of riddle in here and placed in this final one. So to me, it seems like the light is at the end of the tunnel. I don't know about you. I don't know what you've seen for this, but if you've seen anything, share it in the comments. Definitely interested in reading up on it. I know it sounds crazy, but there's been too many coincidences to dismay it, let's just say. So that's it, guys. That's it for this video, and that's it for this week. So if you haven't already, get your free Crypto Masterclass Accelerator, as well as last day for the Christmas special and last day for basically these memberships as well too. So definitely bite the bullet on that. If you have any questions, join the Discord, ask them. We'll be there, and I will see you guys in the next video.